Hey there, Todd Wiley, certified law attorney with Generations Legal Group. We are up to question number 16. What is Medicaid? Okay, very common question. And I think part of it is, can I qualify for Medicaid? And I'll spend a lot of videos on that. But through these videos, and if you hear me talking about Medicaid, I am talking about the specific type of Medicaid known as long term care Medicaid. This is Medicaid that in Arkansas covers nursing homes, assisted living, and home care for those that are typically over 65 and or disabled. Okay. And so there are very specific rules about assets and income and married or single. So that's Medicaid. And I think what surprises people is sometimes I will bring up Medicaid in a meeting and when people are talking about long-term care and how do we qualify and different things. And I bring up Medicaid, they're, oh, no. I don't want to talk about Medicaid. Yeah, I bet you do, because Medicaid is there. And particularly for a married couple, the Medicaid rules to help get one spouse onto long term care Medicaid are very generous. And we use those rules to your advantage. If you're married, I can get someone generally up to about $1 million onto Medicaid very quickly by rearranging the assets. And Congress did that on purpose. They realized that when there was a spouse that was not in the nursing home, but one needed nursing home care, that care is very expensive and it can devastate people and get the spouse not in the nursing home completely devastated, where they then need help. So Congress created these rules to allow the spouse not in the nursing home to keep some assets and be able to live in a house and have income and assets to spend and do pretty well. Well, we take those rules and use them to your advantage. And they work all the way up to about $1 million. They can work over that, but there's some age restrictions and things that keep us from doing that. But as a very general rule, a married couple up to $1 million, we can get them on Medicaid fairly quickly. For a single person, you're going to lose at most half if you do planning. Okay. And I say at most because if you have a lot of assets, I've talked about previously in a few other questions was done specifically. I can bring that up. Question number 11 and 12 and 13, I talk about irrevocable trust. And so, particularly with a single person with a lot of assets, if you're concerned about long term care, we can get you qualified for Medicaid and keep a good portion of your assets by doing an irrevocable trust. Now, ideally, you need 5 years in advance to make that really good. But even if you're looking at long term care and you have quite a few assets, the irrevocable trust will still work. You will have to pay for 5 years, but we know after 5 years, you don't have to pay anymore if you do the correct irrevocable trust. So that's Medicaid in a very, very 40,000 foot view of what it does, how we do it. I will go into more details later on and explain specific portions of this. So, all right, the question was, what is Medicaid? That's when I talk about Medicaid, it's long term care Medicaid. All right. I hope that helps. If you do have questions or would like to bring your situation to us and see how we can help you, please call the office 479-601-4119 or go to our website, generationslegalgroup.com. There's a lot of information there and you can schedule an appointment. Okay, thanks.